The state has established a mortgage or foreclosure hotline, which my understanding is has been pretty successful in renegotiating contracts between lenders and homeowners. I've been told 80% of those who call the mortgage hotline have been able to renegotiate their loans so that they are able to keep their homes. I think the state should be organizing to help people keep their homes when they're in this situation. Also, I think that we need to be cracking down much harder on the predatory lenders. Legislation was passed this last session to regulate mortgage brokers for the first time, and actually we are making some hires in the Attorney General's office to hire investigators and people who will be prosecuting and going after those who do predatory lending. There has not been a lot of regulation in this area, and I think it's allowed a lot of predatory lenders to flourish in our state, and we really need to be making sure that we are regulating and that we have a system to take people's licenses away if they are abusing the lending process. That said, once people's homes do go into foreclosure, as I mentioned in my opening remarks, we are seeing some deterioration of neighborhoods. And that's a difficult issue. Much of it is handled at the local level, but I think the state can work with the local level in terms of zoning requirements and enforcing zoning requirements against those banks or those mortgage companies who are taking over these properties, so that there's some responsibility to keep them up, to keep them in shape. I think the neighborhood associations are filling some of that role in terms of working in neighborhoods, trying to clean things up. You know, the broken windows theory really relates to criminal activity, and I'm not sure if the question was designed in that regard, but there is a pilot program going over in Westward where the police are being much more vigilant about graffiti, vandalism, some of those kinds of problems, and they are finding that when they do that, it reduces all crime in the neighborhood. So that's another thing to think about. That isn't so much a state issue, that would be a city issue. But there are things that we can do as a community to say, enough, we're not going to put up with this, we're not going to tolerate these predatory lenders, and we're not going to allow our properties to become dilapidated by holding those responsible who hold the mortgage once the place has gone into foreclosure.